Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video I'll be remaking the fast castle into Plumed Archers, so let's get on with it. Whoa, we almost built a house there, that would have been bad. These sheep. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is 6 on sheep. It's the same every freaking build basically. Get these sheep. So this build is just going to be really good because Plumed Archer is basically the strongest Mayan unit long term. I mean, some situations where Eagle Warriors are better, but usually the Plume's going to be your best, like the most cost efficient unit. So I think this build is good when you're able to defend your base and you when you don't have to worry about the feudal pressure. So 1v1 Arabia might not be the best place to do this build. I know sometimes people will try it, but I don't know if it's I think it's kind of risky to go for that build. What the heck? So, I thought, well, I guess those other sheep right here were part of the starter sheep. Just wondering, like, what's up? But anyways, the Plumes are just they're a very fast unit, which basically allows you to pick where you want to take fights, which is really, it's a really strong kind of like characteristic of the unit. The other thing is that they're cheap, right? You get a castle in your base, so that's going to help provide you with protection. And they just fight very cost effectively against other units. Particularly for an archer, they fight well against mangonels. You can micro pretty easily against them. Mangonels can still be a bit of a problem, so don't be a hero and try to like fight versus like 3 mangonels when you have Plumes, unless you have a lot of them and they're upgraded. But you can usually out micro mangonels pretty easily. Anyways, we'll just bring this Vil in here, and we're just gonna build a mill now. So now we're gonna go 4 2 berries. Just gonna finish up the sheep though before we get that. So we got 4 on wood. Got the berry set. So one thing that, one of the reasons why I'm remaking the video is because some people were upset that I had only 1 lumbercamp in the last video, and I understand. Personally, I guess I didn't really want to go 1 lumbercamp, but I was trying to show how to get up as fast as possible, but I guess that wasn't really reasonable considering the constraints I was putting myself under. I was basically saying that I wasn't going to push any deer, right? And so trying to go up on like 27 or 26 pop without deer is just usually not a good idea. So right now in this video I'm going to go up on 28 pop, and 28 pop you should pretty much always be able to get up to Castle Age in the time that I'm going to get up, as long as you just execute the build right. So so yeah, 4 on berries. I'm going to put 8 on wood I think here. That'll be good. Got the boar coming in, and I'm going to set my last fill to wood here, so we'll have 8 on wood. 8 on wood, I actually like doing 8 on wood for a lot of builds. If you guys have seen my other build orders, you probably know that. Alright, so we got 8 on wood. Now I'm going to throw some more onto... I'm going to throw some extra ones on the berries. I'm going to only just do 1 here. Sometimes people will do like 2 or something like that, but I don't want to do 2 right now. I don't really care for that. Alright, now we're on 22 pop, and you don't always have to go on 22 pop to go to gold. Actually, let's not go on gold here. Some people right now, they'll send the Vils to gold. They'll send like 2 Vils to gold. And they'll send 2 Vils to gold now just so that they can, get their gold started. That way they don't have to send like 5 Vils once they go up to Feudal Age or whatever. But we're not going to send the Vils to gold right now. We're just going to, we're going to stay on food, right? and we're just gonna add farms. So I'll kind of, sometimes what I'll do is I'll gradually add, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just put like 2 vills on gold early, and then I'll put vills on stone like a little bit later, like kind of like right now, but I'm gonna show you guys a different version, I guess. You can do this build a bunch of different ways, but the main thing with this build, and I guess what you really want to do is you don't want to like have to put like 10 vills on stone, but you know, just to get a castle up, right? You want to have like the right amount that you want to put the number of vills on stone that you're gonna want long term. So like if I want 4 vills on stone long term, I need to put those villagers on stone early enough to where they can get me the stone for a castle when I need it, you know, but then be able to stay on stone so that, you know, I can get TCs later or another castle or whatever, right? So I don't want to just put 10 vills on stone, then have to pull them off, then put them back on again, then all that stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of. All right, so now we're 3 vills from going up. We're at 25 pop, and we're going to start putting vills on stone. All right, so we had some. Make sure you check the board though. It's important every game, but make sure you do it. We can just add farms as well. We're not too worried about that. All right, so we're gonna go on stone, and then what we're gonna do is right after we go on stone, we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna send 3 to gold. All right, so this is kind of like fast castle. Obviously, you guys probably know that I usually do 4 on gold when I do fast castle, but here you can just do 3 and you'll be fine. It does seem like we have a lot of wood though, to be fair, like, oh god. It feels like we have a lot of wood, but I think the thing is that going up on 28, you just have a lot stronger eco. Because we got 8 here, we got 4 or 5 here. Yeah, we have the right amount on food. It just seems weird. So yeah, 3 on stone, we got the 3 on gold, 8 on wood. Should be good. Once we get up, we're gonna build the market and the blacksmith, right? Just build those with them. We can just build those with the wood vills. You can see right now that we have quite a bit of wood. I wonder if we would have put another villager on berries. I wonder if we could have kept these sheep alive long enough to where we can get horse collar and then really get good value out of. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna build market, blacksmith, and then we're gonna add 2 more. The next 2 vills from in Castle Age are gonna go to stone. So going up on 28 can be a little bit risky because the enemy can basically hit you right now with a lot. There's like a lot of different units that the enemy could make that would. There's a lot of different units that the enemy can make that like they could do damage, right? You don't have if they go scouts on you right now, if they were to go feudal scouts, right? I don't really have anything to protect me from that. Obviously I could wall my vills in, but you can tell that there's just a lot of walling to be done. Like I'd have to wall my stone in, I'd have to wall my gold in, and then of course my berries here would have been exposed. I'd have to wall my wood in. So it's a lot to do against that. And if they were to come with archers, well then obviously I'd probably need to start towering, and that's going to really delay my castle. So again, I don't recommend you do this in like a 1v1. I think that it's a lot better in a team game. But even in a team game, you need to like, one thing I wasn't doing here, but one thing you need to do is keep your eagle active outside your base and know what your enemy is doing, right? So that's gonna be really important for that's gonna be really important for you. I'm gonna get horse collar first, just because I'm gonna add these vills to farms in like a second. So. But the nice thing here with the way I did this build was that the villagers I have on stone right now is the number of villagers I have on stone right now is going to be good for like long term. Same with the gold. For right now, the gold's going to be pretty good long term. So I think with this build, it's pretty good. And same with wood. The wood's nice. We got 2 lumber camps here, right? It's going to be good long term. All right, so we got that. We got the that stuff going for us. Once we get up, we're going to want to add a TC, but for right now we can just add some farms. This will really help our food eco. Right? It's going to help us get the upgrades. I think we can get flushing now. This is a tougher build to do. I mean, if you're a newer player, being able to do this build is going to be pretty tough. There's a lot of, you got to learn a lot about adjustments. And speaking of adjustments, let me just kind of give you guys a tip. And this is going to be a really important tip, so make sure you remember this. If you've seen my other build order guides, you know that I like to say 40 resources per villager on your way up to Feudal Age. Well, for Castle Age, it's 50, right? So if you're trying to figure out how much stone you need to get a castle up, right, when you get to Castle Age, right? All you do is take the amount of stone you have, right? And take the amount of stone for a castle, 650, subtract it from the amount of stone you have. So say you have 200 stone, right? So 650 minus 200 is 450, then divide by 50. So if we had 200 stone, right? Say we didn't go on stone at all, basically. We had 200 stone, subtract it from 650, we have 450, then divide by 50, that'll give us 9. So if we had no stone at all, if we just clicked up to Castle Age and we didn't have any villas on stone, we'd need 9 or 10 villagers on stone in order to get the castle up once we hit Castle Age. But obviously if you put 9 or 10 on villagers on stone, that's going to like really mess up your eco because the villagers are going to be all on stone and we're not going to want them there long term, so we're going to have to, you'd want to switch them off. But with the way I set up the build, the way I did it, if you did it exactly like I did, you're going to be able to get the 650 stone, and you're going to have a better eco because you're not going to have all these villagers. You know, you're going to have the right amount that you're going to need long term. But say you went like Feudal Rush, say you went Archer Feudal Rush, and you want to go Plumes in Castle Age, right? Just remember, once you click Castle Age, take the amount of stone you have, subtract that number from the amount of stone, or the 650 for a castle, and then divide by 50. So if you have 300 stone, right, then you're going to need 350 more, divide by 50, and that's going to be 7. So you're going to need 7 on stone. And that'll be a really helpful tip for you guys if you're trying to get a castle up as soon as you reach Castle Age. So right now, you can see that I have the stone for a castle, and like the perfect amount too. It's not just the stone for a castle. So we're going to build a castle, and we're going to get an upgrade. We're going to get the wood upgrade, right? And we can also build a TC. So let's do that as well. We can't build a TC yet, my bad. We'll just keep these extra villas on stone here. That way we can get a TC up pretty quick. What we could do as well, you could just go like this. You can basically just buy the TC. So go like this. It's probably not the most efficient thing, right? But you kind of have to be flexible with these types of things. I'm not really sure. The gold mining and stone mining upgrade is up to you. I mean, if you think you're going to go for a more eco approach and you can get away with it, if you're playing in a team game and everybody's fully stonewalled and you think you can get away with it, I don't see anything wrong with going for these upgrades here. I think they're fine to go for. Maybe you want to make some villagers from your other TC before you get these upgrades, but I don't see an issue here. With Plumed Archers, you're probably going to want to go like 5 or 6 on gold. Just a heads up there. Is this going to get up in time? Yeah, one more villager. Yeah, we'll be fine, I think. So right now we're just going to add vills to... look at the scouting, dude. I'm doing everything but scouting the enemy. But like right here, you can see we got the castle up. Okay, that's good. Alright, now we can put like another TC over here or something like that. And then we can start making plumes. We got our upgrades. Right? We're going to add another TC here. We're going to make farms. Need to get, I think we get wheelbarrow next probably. Let's get wheelbarrow. Let's get the food. Getting wheelbarrow. Just keep making plumes. I was kind of being lazy there. But anyways, you can just kind of see that the eco is getting better now. You can move some vills back onto stone once like you build the next TC or something like that, and then you just go on stone and get your eco booming up. If you're in a 4v4 Arabia team game, as the pocket player and you're doing the strategy, your eco is probably more important than, well, usually the eco is more important than the army. And as you can see, you can't really, when you do this build, you're not really getting up at a super fast time. I mean, you have to build the castle, which takes about a minute. So like you just have to kind of tell your flank, like your flank should know this, I guess, because if he's played enough team games, you'll know that the mine pockets are kind of slow with army. So your flank should play a little bit more defensive, but like you should probably prioritize the TCs over the military unless your flank is just like really dying. Um, but if that's the case, then maybe they just screwed themselves. But anyways, you're supposed to be the kind of the late game player for your your team. And so going up on 28, even though you don't get up as quick and you don't get maybe the military out as fast, you can see that you have a lot stronger eco. You're able to get all the upgrades pretty quick here, and yeah, obviously, if I would have pushed deer, I could have gotten up quicker, and I'd have a better eco. And that's something that you can do in game, and I would definitely recommend it in game. Um, but just make sure you're doing it comfortably. Don't like go up on like 25 pop just so you get the castle up quick. I mean, the mines already get up like 30 seconds faster than every other civ because they don't have to get loom. But so you don't have to get up super you don't have to, click up on 26, right? Clicking up on 27 or 28 is pretty reasonable. I know some people recommend, or some people even said you could click up on like 30 pop, like you go 30 plus 2 to Castle Age, and that would give you a really, really strong eco. The only problem there is that you're getting up to Castle Age so late, and if other players, like if the flank comes to you, or if the pocket goes like scouts to you or forwards you, that could be a bit of an issue. So you gotta be careful there. And then as far as getting up like really quick at like 26 pop, that would be something that maybe you'd try more like an arena where you can drop a castle on them really early on. But other than that, it's probably best to just go for like a little bit more of an eco build with the 28 pop up. And yeah, you can just kind of see that it's going pretty good. It's not perfect. I know I don't have the best eco ever in the world, but um, it's pretty solid. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this build, or you guys still think I'm doing something like terribly wrong, again, I'm making a video on how to do the build order and getting up to Castle Age, and just kind of showing where to go from there. It's not supposed to be me doing everything, executing everything perfectly, because I'm trying to obviously give you guys advice at the same time. But hopefully this gives you guys a really good general idea of to how to do this build and how to execute it. If you want to look real quick, we can go back and check. We can go back and check my achievements here. See what the castle time was, but where are we at here? So 1605, so that's okay. I think I could have done a bit better here, for sure. 28. Yeah, not 28. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I mean, other players are usually getting up, if they're going for the knights, are usually getting up at this time as well. So you got to make sure you get that castle up quick. I probably wouldn't want to get up later than this, because thing is if you got like, if you're going up against somebody and they're going knights and they get up faster than you, well, now they got knights coming over your base in, if they're going straight over to your base, they're going to probably get there in a minute. So like, it's going to be pretty close. But if you get up at like 17 minutes on this build, you could be in a lot of trouble, because the knights are going to come to your base and you might not have the castle up, and if they were to deny the castle, then that would probably be GG for you as a pocket. So um, yeah. Anyways, I hope this build helped you guys. And if there's anything that I could have done differently, then just let me know. I think that this is a lot better than um, this is better than the first video I made, especially eco wise. It'll be a bit strong. It'll be quite a bit stronger. So yeah, when in doubt, just do this build. But if you do have deers or something like that, you can push those and go up a little bit quicker. And then similarly, if you were playing in a game where it's like really easy to wall or something like that, and you're going to be okay defensively, then you can definitely go up on like a higher pop. That way your eco's a little bit stronger once you reach Castle Age. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.